Evening. Time is 7 o'clock, and we are ready to call December 11, 2023 Oak Park Board of Education meeting to order. Ms. Greer, please call the roll.
Clark. Here. Cochran. Davis.
Here.
Alvin.
Here.
Hoda.
Here.
Madison. And Smith.
Thank you. Ms. Greer, we do in fact have a quorum. We know you're here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's okay. We know you're here. We know you're here.
Who's that?
He said that he said here. It's okay. We know you're here. It's all good. No worries.
I called you.
Thanks. Recitation of the district mission and vision. Trustee Smith, it looks like you're preparing.
Yes.
So.
I was ready.
Oh, you were
I was just
We're really deferring to you, Trustee Clark. Come on.
Our mission is to create an inclusive learning community that provides the best academic and social experience by educating the whole child, one child at a time. Our vision is cultivating visionary leaders and compassionate citizens engaged in the global community.
Thank you very much, and what a fine meeting that was. We will go to the approval of agenda and order of business. The agenda was circulated prior to today's meeting. We should all have it. Without objection, we'll pass a motion to approve the agenda by unanimous consent. Is there an objection to doing so? Hearing none, the agenda is hereby approved, and we will go to the approval of consent agenda. We have 3 items on the consent agenda this evening. Approval of minutes from November 27th, the regular meeting of November 27th, the special board meeting of December 7th, and personnel actions for today's date. Any concern, any question on those? Hearing none, without objection, we'll pass a motion to approve the consent agenda by unanimous consent. Is there an objection to doing so? Hearing none, the consent agenda is hereby approved, and we will go to item 5, which is presentations, and we'll start with Students of the Month.
Thank you. Thank you, President Allen. I want to welcome everyone here. So those of you that have not done this, typically we'll start off with Lessinger, and Lessinger will then pass the baton over. After we do the Student of the Month presentation, we do ask parents and the nominating teacher or principal to come up here with the child so we take pictures and put it on Facebook. After we're done with all Students of the Month, President Alvin will adjourn the meeting for a few minutes just to allow you time to, if you want to allow you time to go home and be with your family.
Or they can always hang out here with us.
Or you can hang out here with us. So with that being said, Director Brandy North, got the floor.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I am Brandy North, the proud Principal Director of Early Childhood Education for Lessinger Early Childhood Center. And today we're here to present our 2 Student of the Month. We are Lessinger Rebels. Rebels are resilient, empowered, brilliant, ethical, loving, and self-assured. I love the smiles. I mean, y'all know already. So our first student we have, and I have both of my wonderful team members here today, both of my teachers. I have Ms. Deere and Ms. Clark here to present their awards to their lovely students. So I'm going to call Ms. Clark up to present the Student of the Month to Cameron Phillips. Where's Cameron? All right, come on, Cameron. Come on, Cameron.
Hello, everybody. Me and my lead teacher, Mrs. Zenerici, we nominated Cameron because he is such a loving and sweet child. He is always friendly and helpful in our classroom. He likes to always make me and Mrs. Zenerici food during class, and who doesn't like having food? So we nominated him because he is a rebel. He shows that he's loving every day, he's resilient, and he's learning to build his confidence and just be himself. And we just love having him in our class.
Come on, Mama. Come on up. Let's take a picture. Come on, let's take a picture.
Want to hold it up good for me?
Hold up.
All right. Ready? All right.
our second student of the month is one of our TK students, and I have Miss Haley Wheeler. Haley? Where's Haley? Haley, so there's Haley. Come on, Haley. And I have her teacher, Miss Deer, here to present her award. And I have Miss Mullen, too, another staff member, whole team coming out to support our babies. Thank you. Come on, Miss Deer, come up here and speak.
All right. So Haley is our TK student of the month. She is so wonderful to have in class. She is a hard worker. She is working hard to meet all of her academic goals. She is a friend to everybody in our classroom, well, both in our classroom and on the basketball court. She is a basketball player. And she is just so kind and loving. She's such a leader in our room, and really kind of encourages others and helps others every day to kind of do their best and be the best that they can be. So, here you go.
Part of our championship team, I'm kindly the board.
You heard that? Come on, Miss Deer, we're gonna go. Where's that? Mom? Oh, there you go. Okay. Come on, and go get a picture with Miss North, Miss Deer. Come on. Baby, we're gonna look right here at that phone.
You want to hold up?
Want to hold it up? Not over your face.
This is my camera.
I'm going to introduce my esteemed colleague. I'm very happy to work with this individual, wonderful principal. She is the principal of Key Elementary, Miss Shayna Holden Murphy. Oh, she brought balloons. I'm not doing this today, Shayna. That was funny.
I just knew she was going to call wonderful Miss Sarah Provenzolo West, but here am I. Good evening, and to the Board of Education, our President, Vice President, our Superintendent, Mr. Angel Abdullahi, his cabinet, and all of the members of our leadership of Oak Park School District, and to our families this evening for joining us to celebrate our beautiful young people on their accomplishments. As we know, I am the proud principal, Shayna Murphy of Key Elementary at 23400 Jerome Street. And I'm here to celebrate two young people who are most deserving of this honor of Student of the Month for the month of November. And so I'm going to call up our first Key Falcon and his teacher, her teacher. Is she here today? Okay, so I'm going to hold on Adriana. Hopefully she comes. First, we're going to have a celebration of Mr. Cristovano Perry. All right, his teacher, Mrs. Ford, could not be here this evening due to an emergency in the family, but I do want to take this time to celebrate Mr. Cristovano. His teacher says, it gives me great pleasure to introduce Cristovano as one of our most responsible and respectful students in room 111. Cristovano continuously shows exemplary behaviors and academic success. He is very thoughtful, he is considerate of others, he is very easy to give affirmations and support to his peers, and he continues to try to do his absolute very best every day, even when things become challenging, what school is meant to be. So tonight we want to celebrate Cristovano Perry as one of our Students of the Month for Key Elementary. Let's clap it up. His siblings also attend Oak Park Schools. His big brother Blake is at OPA, and his big sister Tatiana is in 5th grade, and his beautiful mother is here. She's also one of our lunch assistants in the lunchroom. So we clap it up for her and the entire Perry family. So let's give him his award today. You know, I was trying to buy the whole store. They wouldn't let me. Come on, baby. All right, family, we're going to take a picture. Okay. Here, baby. And we're going to take a picture with our superintendent, Mr. Abdullah. Come on. Oh, yes, thank you. Come on, Blake. Don't be shy, now. Come on.
Ready?
Yes.
Awesome.
our second key student of the month will be here, but even in her absence, we want to recognize her. I'm going to call up her teacher, first grade, newest Key Falcon of the bunch, Miss Laura Keel, one of our first grade teachers at Key Elementary, to celebrate Adriana King.
Even though my baby is not here, I certainly want to recognize her because she is developing into a mini-me. So I know when I'm not there, I have her to take over the classroom. She's the first one on my list when I have a sub because I know I can depend on her to execute all of my directives and procedures. And I feel like she is an educator in the making. So hopefully that's something that she's decided that she might want to do in her future. Very well, performing very well academically. Socially, she's just one of those students who wants to make sure everybody is participating, everybody is included. She takes direction very well. She's a little sponge. Anything that I instruct in class, she's the first one to make sure that she is on task, to make sure that she is the one that is doing what she's supposed to do. She is very responsible and wants to make sure she's one of those students that's recognized when she does the things that she knows that she's supposed to do. So she always wants to be the light of the room. So I am very happy to have her as one of my scholars, and she's one of my leaders in the classroom. So I regret that she's not here to hear this, and to take a picture with her, so I want to recognize her today.
All right.
We'll make sure that she gets her award and her recognition and probably play this clip of the board meeting when it becomes available. Because at Key Elementary, we are champions. We never give up. We encourage others. And we do what? And we do our best every single time. And so we celebrate those Key Falcons who are here with us this evening, and we thank you for your attention. Next up, we're going to call up We Shine at Einstein. The beautiful principal of Einstein Elementary over on North End, Miss Sarah Provenzola West.
You didn't get my address.
Because I only know one address, okay, 23.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening.
I know that one of my students of the month wasn't going to be able to make it tonight, but I don't see the other one here as well. And so it looks like both of them are not here. But before I begin, I wanted to make sure that you got your invitations for our Snow Days concert. That's for our Einstein That's next week, Thursday for our kindergarten through second grade. And 14001 Oak Park, Michigan. 48237, where we shine, where we rise by lifting others so that everyone can shine. And Einstein. And also, I wanted to make sure that everybody knows that this week on Thursday is Einstein's night for Moonbeams for Sweet Dreams at Beaumont Hospital. We'll be meeting in the parking lot at 8 p.m. and we will be shining flashlights, beams for the children that are in the pediatric center that aren't able to make that. So everybody's welcome to join that as well. So this month, our previous month, we were focusing on the character trait of teamwork from our Capturing Kids' Hearts program that we're doing this year. All of our elementary schools are doing. And teamwork is the ability to work in unity with others towards a common goal. For us to learn how to become team players, it is important that we learn to listen, encourage our peers, and allow and invite others to contribute their talents and skills. So Miss Trust Stuckey, who I knew wasn't going to be able to make it here today, but she was nominated for our 4th grade for being a student that was a model example of teamwork. And her teacher, Miss Mills, says Trust is a student who has displayed awesome teamwork this month. Trust works well with everyone in class. She always listens to their ideas and encourages them to share their ideas when working in a group. Trust cheers on other students to do their best and collaborates well with others during group work. In addition, she develops positive relationships with other students in the class. Lastly, Trust always helps others to complete an activity and an assignment. Trust is the definition of this month's character trait of teamwork. We're so lucky to have Trust in our class and in our school. And I knew she wasn't gonna be able to make it, but Chauncey might. Chauncey's not here. But, so our second student of the month is Mr. Chauncey Lee. He was nominated by Miss White. Chauncey is the definition of a team player. He never fusses when he is paired up or put in a group. He gets along with everyone and always does his part. He is a great example of to other students, as he is always on task and demonstrates what it means to be a good listener. He is very kind and helps others whenever possible and never complains when he is asked to complete a task. He is a gem of a student, and we are so thankful to have him as part of our team. So congratulations, Chauncey. And I will make sure both of them get their awards and their Star Student necklaces tomorrow. So thank you very much. And next I would like to introduce our esteemed colleague, our E-team, who finishes off our E-team, Mr. Emmanuel Haley from Pepper Elementary School.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. As you heard, I am Emmanuel Haley, the proud principal at Dr. James in Pepper Elementary School, where we capture kids' hearts and we train their minds every day. I would like to start out the Pepper presentation by introducing one of my teachers. Miss Michelle Sanders will come up and she will introduce our first student of the month, Ms. Sanders.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. As Mr. Haley said, I am Michelle Sanders, and I have the pleasure of introducing one of my students, Harmony Cook. Excuse me. I am absolutely elated that she is in my class. She is what I call the epitome of an absolutely wonderful student. She's dependable. She's reliable. She's everything that you look for in a student. Always smile. I've never heard her fuss with anyone. She's friendly with everybody, and she gets the work done. She asks questions, and she does it all. And so I'm just so excited to introduce and to present her with this wonderful award. And when Mr. Haley asked me, she was the first person that came to mind. I was just like, oh, absolutely, Harmony. So Harmony, I want to present you with this award, and you keep shining, keep being great, and keep smiling. And keep being wonderful. Family.
Come on, fam. Oops.
Ready? All right.
Next, we will have Miss Sherry Falter.
Good evening, I'm Sherry Folta, and I'm excited to be able to present this young man, Antonio Hayes. Antonio is the definition of what I would say is perseverance. He walks in every day and does not give up. If he's stuck, he asks questions. If someone needs help, he is there to help them. It doesn't matter. Anything. He is kind. He has always been respectful to everyone, including myself, in our community and within the school. He continues every day to not only push himself greater than the day before, but he has such pride in himself and he tries. His personality, Antonio, is hilarious. He is kind, he's loving, and he just, if something is going in a direction that just seems challenging, he can bring the entire room, 25 people to get 26 including me, together and find a way to smile, to take that breath breaker, take a deep breath, and to know that we can all move forward in a positive direction. So I am so honored to be able to present Antonio with this award. I don't know if he knows how big this is. I think we have 2 rows of family supporting this for him. So much love for you, Antonio. Congratulations. You are every
All right, family, y'all come on up here. And I just want to take advantage to share that Antonio has an amazing mother who has been advocating for Antonio since he walked into Pepper School, and for him to get this award, knowing where he started to where he is now, is a true testament to this amazing support system. We got little brother, we got great granddad, right. So we reach back to the generations. Come on, great granddad. Come on, what's your picture, sir? Good stuff. Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right.
Hold on, Antonio, I messed up there. Are you ready? I'm gonna take a few. Let me just get baby brother there to look over here. Hi.
Might need to change the orientation on that.
No, I got him. All right.
Good job. I present to you next my friend and colleague, the principal of the Oak Park Preparatory Academy, Mr. Douglas Island.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. Good evening. My name is Doug Island, and I am the proud principal of Oak Park Preparatory Academy. As always, I will save you the address. I have the honor of presenting our Student of the Month tonight, and we'll get started with our first student. Her teachers had this to say about her. The teachers of cohort 8A have decided to select Khadijah 1 as December Student of the Month. Khadijah is a very mannerable young lady who is always smiling and exhibits strong leadership skills. Khadijah leads her classmates through compassion as she works to make everyone feel included and empowers their sense of belonging. Furthermore, she consistently meets deadlines and proves herself as being a reliable student within her classes as well as the club Ladies of Hope. Khadijah is a true Oprah gem, and who she encounters, she brightens their day. Come on up, Khadijah. Come on, man. Come on, closest.
Ready? Got to smile, Mom. There you go. There you go. All right.
Good job.
Unfortunately, this evening, I don't see our second student of the month, but we would like to recognize Mr. Michael Wilborn. His teachers had this to say about him. The teachers of cohort 8A have decided to select Michael Wilborn as December student of the month. Michael is a friendly student who is always smiling and exhibits strong leadership skills. Michael leads his classmates by helping them uphold the OPA nightly standard and boasting everyone's integrity. In addition, he exudes an infectious optimism and a thirst for knowledge. It is a pleasure to have Michael as a student at OPA. The teachers of cohort 8A are confident he beholds a bright future ahead of him. So if we could give it up for Michael Wilborn, we'll make sure that. And next up is our fabulous, our awesome, dynamic principal of Oak Park High School, Ms. Renita Williams. Come on, babe.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
This is my second board meeting. I think I'm just as super excited as I was the first time. I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy to see all of our families, so welcome. Good evening, board. So, without further ado, I will introduce our students of the month for Oak Park High School. And I'll start with Lanasia Khalid. I don't see her here tonight, but I would like to share a few words about this awesome scholar. Lanasia previously lived in Alabama for 7 years before moving to Michigan, and she adjusted quite well. She's made many friends. She also transitioned into high school, her 9th grade year, very well. She's always gotten good grades since elementary school, and she attributes this by simply paying attention and staying on task. She has plans on joining the track team, our awesome, wonderful track team, during her high school journey. And in the future, she wants to go to college to be a chef. Lanasia's favorite subject is dance, and she was nominated for Student of the Month by Oak Park High School's dance teacher, Miss Teresa Pachniak. According to Miss Pachniak, Lanasia consistently demonstrates commitment to dance class by being prepared for class, encouraging others to perform to their aptitude, and displaying overall enthusiasm. She engages with other students in Spanish to practice language in class as well as in the hallway. She is welcoming to new students who switched into dance, informing them of classroom important information and processes. Lanasia is a model student in her dance class, and according to Ms. Pachniak, she demonstrates excellence in academic performance, character, behavior, effort, social responsibility, and attendance. And I'm happy to present our 9th grade student class of 2027, Lanasia Khalid, with our Student of the Month award. Next, Isaiah Dorsey, class of 2026. Isaiah is a 10th grader. This year he joined 3 clubs. He joined Art Club, God Squad, and Esports. Isaiah enjoys going to church and playing video games. His favorite game is Pokemon Legend. According to Isaiah, it gives him a nostalgic feeling from back in the day when he was younger, and things were cooler. Isaiah contributes his level of intrinsic motivations, his level of intrinsic motivation to his dad's last wishes were for him to live a good life. This makes him want to continue to do well. Isaiah is thankful to the bishop of his church, which is his brother, and his sister-in-law for helping out. Isaiah was nominated for Student of the Month by Oak Park High School's 10th grade ELA teacher, Mrs. Maurice. According to Mrs. Maurice, Isaiah is everything we want our Knights to be. He's on task, positive, helpful, and safe. He currently has all A's and is always respectful. Positive attitude, work is always turned in on time, and it is excellent. He helps others in class, and he is an overall amazing person. He shows up with a smile on his face, he is responsible, and he cares about his education. He's a great role model for other students because of his dedication and because he's an all-around awesome person. His kindness and happy energy are always welcoming and always provides a contribution to the classroom environment. He's confident enough to ask questions, to participate, and just be himself. Oak Park High School is lucky to have Isaiah Dorsey as a student, and I know he has a very bright future ahead of himself. Also, according to Mrs. Maurice, Isaiah demonstrates excellence in academic performance, character, behavior, effort, social responsibility, and attendance. With great pleasure, I'd like to present Isaiah Dorsey with the Student of the Month. We're going to come over here, Isaiah. Take a picture.
Want to invite family?
Yes. You're welcome. Hi, how are you?
John.
Bishop, nice to meet you. Thank you, and so now we will move it right along to the fantastic, fabulous, and phenomenal Derek Falk, the principal at Nova.
Good evening, everyone. Again, if you didn't know, my name is Derek Falk, and I don't mind telling you that I am the principal of Nova Academy, where we will do whatever it takes for our students to be successful. And today, I have Ms. Couture Brenson, who is the teacher, one of the teachers at Nova Academy, that will present our Students of the Month.
Good evening, everyone. I'm looking, I was trying. I don't see any of ours, but however, we have a senior and a junior that we would like to recognize before we have it on record. I have Amaya Hayes. Amaya Hayes is a senior here at Nova. She came to us maybe a year and a half ago now, and she's a joy to have in class. She demonstrates great leadership skills in the classroom because she motivates her classmates, she encourages them to do their best, and she also keeps them focused. Anytime the student is absent, she's one of the students that they will run to first for assistance on what they missed out before they come to the teacher, and that's something that we enjoy the most. Amaya has a lot of goals and plans, and one of the things that she talked about, you know, she had to make sacrifices because she's a senior and she wanted to get her driver's license. So normally she would be playing basketball as she's played in the past, but she had to set that aside and commit to achieving her goals and going to driver's training because it conflicted with her schedule, and I commend her on that. You know, sometimes you got to make sacrifices for the long haul, and I appreciate her making that, and that is what I consider to be a role model. And I continue to have her encourage that. She is currently working on her, she has an LLC because she has a budding clothing line. So I commend this young lady, and I told her the future is in reach. The next person we have is Daniel Qualls. Daniel is a junior, and he's only been with us for a short while this school year. But he has showed such determination, hard work. We have started, we started after school tutoring 2 months ago, but prior to that, he came because I helped with credit recovery. He would come to my class 5th, 6th hour, after school, before school. He's determined to get his credits back on track and whatever it takes. And ever since credit after school tutoring has started, he has not missed a day. I mean, he is there and dedicated and committed to achieving his goals and getting his credits and attaining his graduation requirements. So I commend these two people, Amaya Hayes and Daniel Qualls, because they are the body of what we're trying to instill in our students at Nova. Our core values, which is believe in yourself, work collaboratively, have a positive attitude, and be respectful. Thank you.
Okay, well, we want to thank you all for coming to 13900 Grand. You always put the pressure on me to put the address. And all are so welcome to stay if you find the the goings-on of local government riveting. You are more than welcome to stay and hang out with us and sit here through our meeting. Or what we'll do is we'll take a few-minute recess to allow you all who would prefer not to sit through this wonderful and what we like to think of exciting meeting to allow you to get ready to go. Congratulations to all the students of the month. welcome. The floor is yours.
Thank you. Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Mandy Garver, and I'm the president of Hadassah Greater Detroit. And Hadassah is the Women's Zionist Organization of America. Our mission is broad and includes a lot of things. We support 2 hospitals and youth villages in Israel, and we advocate for women's health and women's rights, and for literacy in the United States and here in our communities. And it's that aspect of our mission that we're here for a very happy task tonight. And I'd like to introduce as well Sue Korn and Fran Heiklund, who are members of my executive committee and who are also our co-chairs for the Bookstock effort. And I'm not sure if you've heard about Bookstock, but I think Sue is going to tell you a little bit about it, and it's because of Bookstock also that we're here tonight.
There are many organizations that volunteer for Bookstock, and have any of you heard about this? It's a literacy project where we collect books and media all through the year, used books and media, gently used. And then in April, we have a big sale at Laurel Park Mall in Livonia. And because of the number of volunteers that we have, we get paid hours. Last year, we got paid like $20 an hour for every effort that we put in to with our volunteers. So then we make a sum of money at the end of the year, and with that money, we want to give back to the community, and it has to be toward a literacy project. So this year, we're giving it to Lessinger Early Childhood Program. We want to help them build their media and literacy program that they have started there. I talked to Randy about it, and it sounded very exciting, and I still want to get there and see what you're doing, but yes, so that's why we're here.
And we would like to present this check for $2,000.
Great work.
I want to say thank you to Hadassah. I appreciate these ladies have been wonderful. We've been in contact. They've been supporting our mission. We're really big on literacy in Lessinger. I'd like everybody to know, for Superintendent Abdullah, I brought in some money. It cost me some money, okay, because I get that call. So I do greatly appreciate you all, and I look forward to a long partnership. Thank you.
Ms. Norris, can I get a picture?
Yes.
With,
Just get a picture for them.
if you don't mind.
And I have my media specialist, Ms. Mullen, is here today, our media specialist.
You want to get in? I'll take it.
No, I'm good.
We don't need you. Mess up the picture of these beautiful women.
You want to hold the check? Yeah. Not like that. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. We got to deposit the check. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Good.
Okay, much appreciated on that. That's just continuing the evening of good news. We can go to item 5C, where we have our council member, Julie Edgar, here to give us a short presentation. Council member Edgar, the floor is yours.
Good evening,
Good evening.
members of the Oak Park School Board. It's good to be here. My name is Julie Edgar. I'm a second-term council person in Oak Park, 14000. So I feel like I live there. Anyway, I just wanted to talk a little bit tonight about our millage proposals that passed in November. I'm sure you're aware of them, but I wanted to give a little talk about what we're going to be doing. And I think that it ties directly to the school district, so I'm very happy to be presenting. So we passed a Headley override millage. I think you did as well.
Yes.
2.4 mils, and that is going to enable us to upgrade 6 parks in Oak Park. And they're throughout the city, north, south, east, and west. And our parks, I think everybody would agree, really need an upgrade. Shepherd Park is going to get new restrooms, new shelter covers. Oakland County's coming in, they're going to redo the paths. We're going to have something like a nature center. We also passed a bond proposal, I guess you would call it. It's really a millage, but we are going to fund a new community center across the street from Oak Park High School. And this is going to take a while. You know, first of all, everything is a little slow, but we want to start in a couple years. And we're going to build a center that has a dedicated area for teenagers. It's necessary. We really need it.
Yes.
And for seniors. We are also envisioning a senior apartment building on Oak Park Boulevard, something that we do need desperately in the city. We have a shortage of housing. And we want our seniors to stay in the city. We don't want them to sell their homes and try and find someplace else to live other than Oak Park. We want to keep people here. So these are some of our plans. The first thing that you'll notice is going to be the event hub on Oak Park Boulevard between City Hall and the library. There's a lawn, large lawn. We're going to build a commercial kitchen, a pavilion, an amphitheater, a memorial garden, and we're hoping to get a community garden in here. The community garden is going to be run by some adults, but we really want to bring students in, and we feel that it's going to be a great educational opportunity, not to mention the fact that we can grow food for residents. Our farmers market will be in the pavilion. We will have a commercial kitchen. We're talking about doing meal delivery, Meals on Wheels from that kitchen. It's going to be an event space that can be rented. These are developments that are going to help us to both build community, which is what we want to do, and we want to build bridges with the school district. This is something we think is going to really engage students. Not just a community garden, but all the other elements of this plan. We want it to be educational. We want it to be constructive. We want families to come to our campus and make it their home. Nothing's going to happen with the library, but the community center, which is attached to the library, we're hoping to demolish that because it's really old. When our community center's up, we will do that. So that is basically what we're doing, and I wonder if anybody has any questions about the plans going forward.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I'm ecstatic to hear all the, the future projects going on. I think with the front developments, that'll bring more visibility to Oak Park. Say, for example, I think you said the amphitheater, instead of everything being in the back or having set up on the side there, I think that'll be outstanding. So looking forward to those developments. Thank you.
You're welcome. And I also want to say this is the second time I've been here. This is the second time I've seen students get these awards.
So you have a long meeting.
Great. I mean, I love it. It's inspiring, and it makes me, I kind of remember when I was that age, kind of, sort of, that it's really meaningful when teachers recognize you. You don't, I mean, I remember as a kid, being called up by a teacher, and that was many, many years ago. So the kids today, the kids here every month, right? Presumably they give students of the month each month. It's something they're going to remember, and I think it's really inspiring. So, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Can't believe nobody stayed.
Thank you for having me.
They don't find
It's not exciting.
the local government as riveting as we do. That's okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
We go to item 6. We have one report with, from Mr. Abdullah. Mr. Abdullah, floor is yours.
I am so excited. Thank you to everyone being here. Woo! All right. As part of our grant application process for 31A, part of the process is having discussions with the community in a public meeting, discussing some of the things that we're looking to do with 31A, 31AA, should we get the grant. And part of the criteria is 50% goes to mental health, 50% goes to addressing safety, security measures. And so some of the ideas that I've shared with the board is a specific mental health social worker, provider, specific for addressing students' mental health needs without bearing a caseload. If you're not aware, right now all our social workers have to have a caseload, which does not allow for someone who's in the middle of a crisis to have someone available to them. And it doesn't have to be at the high school, it could be deployed anywhere, because everyone, has caseloads we have to kind of redeploy. And that's crucial. And when I talked to the seniors, they talked about that, and and I was taken back by that, and because they want someone that they could go to vent or to share things that's not necessarily always school related, but it spills over, and that's the part that people don't understand. Things at home, or not addressing mental health needs, or just struggles, will carry over, and some of our students don't have access. But even if you have access, it's a waiting period now of maybe 2-3 months just to get someone, even if you have the resources. And so hiring that person and targeting that, I think, is crucial. Some of the other ideas, advanced LED lighting in the parking lots. Those have not been addressed. Part of visibility, having people stay late and being able to go into the parking structure or parking lot where is lit, that allows for a safer approach to your vehicle and things like that. And some enhanced camera features, including Zero Eye. Zero Eye is gun detection system that attaches, and it's real time and it attaches to the cameras. Actually revisiting the crisis, I think it's CSTAG, and actually I really enjoyed the person. A year ago, I went and I had this speaker at Oakland Community Health address that, and I'm like, man, she was amazing. She was amazing. She approached things and she taught us things, and I'm like, I wish we could. So with these resources, we could actually get more of that, partnering with Oakland Community Health to really actually moving that up to the forefront. Because sometimes what people do are reactionary. Everything is a reaction to something. But this is our opportunity to be proactive in doing that. And funds are available, and so we'd like to take advantage of those funds. We're going to send out some surveys because we don't think we know it all. So if there's ideas, we'll send out community updates and community surveys to see what some of the ideas that people have that out there. I also discussed 15 passenger vehicles, and I put that in the update that allows for multiple different things to be utilized. So this is part of the step process that I have to go through in our 31A application. The other thing that I have, President Alvin, is
31A, can you just,
31 AA.
what does that stand for?
It's just a code that they have for MDE's grant. There's after-school tutoring is 31G. So 31 AA addresses mental health and safety and security measures.
It's a line item on the state budget, on the education budget, the school ed budget.
They got like a bunch of them, so.
Line 31, and then.
It literally corresponds to line 31.
And I go through every single one and see how we go.
Give it a name, man. Like,
It's like safety and security and mental health supports.
what's the dollar?
You could get up to 850,000.
Per district?
It's per pupil up to, it's 220 per pupil.
Okay.
And what's nice about this is they used last year's spring count. And if you remember, last year's spring count included what? Yep. And so that is a bonus because they're using that. And I'm just following I'm following the rules that they set out for us.
31A is.
Double A.
I know, but 31A is.
Is the at risk.
So then probably they wanted to put this close to, because 31B is something else, and they have this new money they wanted to put in, so they made it 31.
So 31A, homeless, language, pregnant teen moms, and different things like that. The other thing is, starting January 8th, we are moving about 7 classrooms, and we put that in our update, but 7 classrooms are going to be shuffled at the start of winter, at the beginning of 2024. This allows for some work to be started ahead of time, all in the spirit of getting more work done in the summer, so we could expedite everything. Because the way the bond is, you have it in 3 phases, and some stuff goes out to like 2020. I'd like to see some of the things come to fruition sometime during our tenure here. So we are moving 7 classrooms. The principal has been sending out correspondence to the families. We'll be moving all the stuff during holiday break, and so just putting that out there in case people ask questions. We're on top of things on that. Okay. And President Alvin, that is all that I have for you today.
Thank you. Continuing the evening with a good report. Seems like this evening is full of goodness. All right. We're at item 7, public participation. We come to the part of the meeting where the public has the opportunity to address the full board. If it so desires, public participation is one-way communication in which members of the public are asked to address the full board with the understanding that board members will not be able to respond. Trustee Davis, would you please provide the public comment guidelines?
Because the Oak Park Board of Education values public meetings, not just meetings in public, we welcome public comment on school issues. Speakers are asked to express themselves in a civil manner with due process for the dignity and privacy of others who may be affected by public comments. The public comment portion of the meeting cannot be used to make personal attacks against a school board member or school district employee that disrupts the order of the meeting and are totally unrelated to the manner in which the member or employee performs his or her duties. Speakers should be aware that if statements violate the rights of others under the law of defamation or invasion of privacy, such comments may result in legal liability. Most comments can be concisely stated in 3 minutes, and the board respectfully asks that comments remain focused on the topic or issue and not be directed at specific personnel or board members. We do not have any public comment cards at this time.
Okay, thank you. Just to be sure, are there any members of the public who would like to address the board? Seeing none, we will go through our action items. We'll go to action item 8A, approval of high school and Oak Park preparatory asbestos abatement projects. Trustee Smith, you want to read it?
Yes. High school and Oak Park preparatory asbestos abatement projects. Resolved that the Oak Park Board of Education accept the recommendation of both district administration and its asbestos abatement consultant, Nova Environmental Incorporation to award the asbestos abatement contract for Oak Park High School and Oak Park Preparatory Academy to Qualified Abatement Services of Detroit, Michigan, in the amount of $64,000. The base bid amount of $49,000 with an additional $10,000 contingency for the high school work and $5,000 for the work at the Oak Park Preparatory Academy will be paid for through proceeds from the 2021 bond fund.
Okay, motion made by Smith, is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by trustee Clark, thank you. Any questions on the motion? We heard about it at the last meeting, so I think it's pretty straightforward. If no questions, Ms. Greer, please call the roll.
Clark?
Yes.
Davis?
Yes.
Alvin?
Yes.
Hoda?
Yes.
And Smith?
Yes.
Thank you, motion passes. Item 8B, approval of superintendent's evaluation. Last week on Thursday, December 7th, the board met to conduct the evaluation of the superintendent. At the conclusion of the meeting, it was determined that the superintendent was rated. No?
After we approve it.
Oh, let me not do that then. I will not get into how we rate it until after we, all right. Thank you for that point of order. Anything to say on that right now before we go to the motion? Okay. Trustee Hoyt, do you want to read the motion?
Resolved that the Oak Park Board of Education approves the official document of the superintendent's evaluation conducted on December 7th, 2023.
Thank you. I'm getting ahead of myself. The motion has been made by trustee Hoyt. Is there a second?
Support.
Supported by trustee Smith. Ms. Greer, please call the roll.
Smith?
Yes.
Hoda?
Yes.
Alvin?
Yes.
Davis?
Yes.
And Clark?
Yes.
Okay, the motion passes. Let me try this again. The board met last Thursday, December 7th, with the superintendent to conduct this evaluation. At the conclusion of the meeting, it was noted the superintendent was rated as highly qualified, highly effective, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of,
Teachers.
I'm thinking of.
Teachers are also highly
No, I'm really thinking of an audit. But anyway, highly effective, I didn't say you did anything wrong. Highly effective, thank you for that nomenclature assist. And so, well, kudos to our superintendent for that rating and for doing the work that he said he would get done throughout the year. So congratulations on that. Anything from members of the board on this topic? Trustee Smith.
Yeah, I just want to say kudos to Mr. Abdullah and just continue doing outstanding work you're doing. Proud to have you on board.
Anything from the superintendent?
Happy to be here.
That's the least that he's had to say on this. When we give it up,
No, I'm trying to get,
you'll start talking then. We'll go to item 8C, approval of payment for superintendent's vacation days. Trustee Smith.
Yes. Resolved that the board approves the superintendent's request to cash in 40 days of vacation, personal, leave days as a one-time courtesy.
How many times?
One time.
One time courtesy, okay. Is there a second? Supported by trustee Hoyt. Not much to this. This came at the heels of our meeting last time, and what our hope, I can't speak for everyone. Well, my hope is that you'll use some of your days moving forward so that you can rest or unplug as much as one can unplug.
I'm trying.
But Trustee Hoyt is more passionate about this than I am.
I'm just glad that the board president is encouraging the superintendent to take more time off.
It's more work when I'm off.
But you got to do it. I have found that even for me, that you got to do it. I have 270 hours of PTO that I'm not going to be able to use. So I feel your pain. They ain't cashing me out for it though. But I feel your pain, and I've learned that you've got to unplug. You've got to find some time for yourself, even if it's just an extended weekend, whatever that is, to get away from some of it. And yes, it's more work to prepare to go, but you still need to do it anyway, so you might work 12 hours a day before you leave, which is no fun, but it is what it is, and it allows you to be able to get away and unplug a little bit. So that would be my
Thank you.
my words on that. Any case, Ms. Pierce, just call the roll.
Clark,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Alvin,
Yes.
Hoda,
Yes.
and Smith.
Yes.
All right, motion passes. We don't have any information on go communications, any communications from members of the administration.
1 hour, 5 minutes.
Any communication from members of the board?
I do, I have something.
Go forth and contact.
A few months ago, after Trustee Clark and I attended one of those trainings, we had asked, well, I had asked about seeing if we had policy or procedures in place, particularly for transgender youth. And I don't know, like, do we...
What were you looking for specifically?
They just, I can't remember specifically because I took notes at the training, but there were certain things that we're supposed to have in place. And so I don't know if we need to talk about that here or just.
Who did the training? Was that Brad Banasek?
It was actually more than that. It was legal and,
So either him or someone from his team.
yeah, so.
I'll check with
Good.
Kevin. I'll check with
Okay.
Kevin and I'll give you a report.
Okay.
Thank you.
If you provide me, give me a few days, but.
Yeah, and I can give you more. I just don't have my notes
Sure.
with me, so I'll give you more information.
Okay. Anything else from members of the board? So Trustee Superintendent will have a look into that. If nothing else, Trustee.
I just want to say happy Hanukkah for all those who are celebrating right now, and happy holidays for all those who celebrate other holidays coming up or around this time.
This is our final meeting of the 2023 year, so that is correct. Happy holidays to all those celebrating one holiday or another. Anything else? Nothing else? Ms. Trustee Davis, please provide the next meeting date.
The next meeting of the Board of Education will be held on Monday, January 8th, 2024, at 7:00 p.m. in the boardroom at the Administration Building.
2024.
Wow.
All right. With that said then, without objection, we'll pass a motion to adjourn the meeting. Unanimous consent. Hearing no